The rear fires, then the crankshaft goes 45 degrees to the front, then it goes around a full 360 degrees, and then the front fires. And then it goes around to 315 degrees, and the rear fires. Then it goes 45 degrees, and then another 360 to the front fires. So that's 405 for one stroke, 315 for the front and the rear. 405, 315, 405. Now look how far apart these are. That's why we have some really weird stuff going on in this. And this is just for general knowledge so you guys can understand why some engines sound like an electric engine compared to this really weird piece that was designed back in 1800s and finally went public in 1903. Harley started selling these to people in 1903 with this same combination. And it's been loved and hated for 120 years. Okay, 119, I think. But it's something like that. It's been loved and hated pretty religiously. But this is what I wanted to tell you about the hood scoop side of it. On our Pro Stock bike, and many of you that did put airbox on, and you're able to run a set of stacks on here. And you put this inside of an enclosed airbox with a big scoop on the front. This is for demonstration purposes. At big speed, this fills up with air, and it is full. It's not supercharged, it's not turbocharged, it's not very pressurized, but it is not in a vacuum when this engine is running at full song. So this plenum, I'm gonna call this the plenum. It's really the scoop, the hood scoop, the air box. You can call it an air box. Pro Stock motorcycles run them. Pro Stock cars run them. Many vehicles run an air box now. But what this has done is this created a situation where we have a certain amount of pressure. Let's say it's 10 inches of water pressurized in here, waiting for the intake valve to open. All right, this rear cylinder gets 405 degrees of saturation time, so it builds up a little bit more boost. When the 315 guy opens, let's say it's this is going to sound a little confusing, but it's the rear fires, and there's 10 inches of pressure in here, and the rear takes an intake stroke. 10 inches of pressure goes in there. Well, that air box gets depleted almost instantly, and then it has to go all the way around, so the pressure builds up. So this front cylinder gets more air pressure in this throttle body than this one does, because there is only 315 degrees of time for this to build back up to 10 inches, and there is 405 degrees